through the misty fells, where the lake winds cry, with a map in hand and a twinkle in his eye. The hills echo steps of a wandering soul. A silver fox grins as he reaches his goal.
So welcome to day 2 on the Affric Kintail Way. It's just after 9 o'clock and we're off on our way about 14 miles today. Tent were a bit damp this morning, so we just hung around and let them dry out in the glorious sunshine. Now let's hope this glorious sunshine remains all day and we get some fantastic views as we head off now into the mountains. So yes, we'll crack on, and we got about probably a mile, 2 mile of road walking first this morning, but then we get back on the mountain trail proper. So come along for the ride, because I'm sure it'll be adventurous. So I'm reaching these crossroads. We're going straight on, but last night that 5-minute walk down there is the Affric bus bar, and the shop if you want to get provisions and get something to eat. Fantastic food we had, and pizza but yeah, we've got about probably a mile and a bit up this road now before we head off left, but can definitely recommend the shop down there for all your provisions and snacks if you want to stock up. There's a memorial here, Mheadhoin Memorial, so we'll go and have a look what that's all about through the gate. Can't do that, so we'll just go around. Remember the people from whom you have come. Cannich Society, Canada branch, 2001. Very nice, nice message. A lovely bench and a nice view. Out of Cannich is long, but it's not too steep, it's kind of gradual, but it does go on for a bit, and then at some point in not so long we're looking for a left turn off this road that takes us onto a proper, what we would call us walkers, a path. So we're looking out for that. I believe you can easily walk by it without noticing, so we do need to keep a check on the map and make sure we don't miss it. So yeah, but lovely day, let's hope it carries on. It is signposted well, off the road, and now we're following the Affric Kintail Way sign, which will always be there. Can't say the woolly hat will. So might be.
Looks like it's been there a while.
Look out for the sign, not the woolly hat. So it might only be the half the distance of the West Highland Way, but it's certainly got a hell of a lot less than half the people on it.
Yeah.
I think in total yesterday in the 16 miles we saw, did we say 6 people?
6, yeah.
And 2 of them weren't actually doing the Affric Kintail Way.
4 were doing the trail.
Yeah.
And 2 were just on a section.
So yeah. And we're mile and a half in today and we've seen nobody. So yeah, if you want a nice quiet trail, this is the one. This is the one. So we're back in the forest now on forestry tracks, and I think our next point of real interest is Dog Falls, which should be good. Medic! So here we go. Coma Wood Dun. On the knoll in front of you are the ruins of a dun, a large stone-built circular building set with an enclosure with a commanding view of the countryside, dating back to the Iron Age, although not continuously, from the second half of the first millennium BC to the 1st century AD. The Iron Age was a period of warfare and instability, and the dun was a defensive structure with a thick dry stone wall and a large and narrow entrance. And there it is, just there. So we'll go and have a look now. Ruins. It's a doer upper. I'll tell you what though, you can see why they built it up here. Look at that view down the valley. Sorry, Glen, not a valley. Absolutely beautiful. There's Cannich down there where we've come from, and there's where we're heading towards. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Still bimbling along on this forestry track. We've just been saying though, again, leaving Cannich, leave with water. We've seen what, in 3 mile, 2 potential spots.
One definite.
One definite, but yeah, leave with water. It probably will get better as we get nearer into the mountains, but at this present moment in time, you need to leave Cannich with a good amount of water. Still plodding on, slowly but surely getting towards Dog Falls. I'd say it's probably a mile away, just over, where we're going to have a nice lengthy break, boil up a brew and have a meal, one of our camping meals that we brought. We might as well eat them. There's no point taking them home with us. We'll get some calories inside. So yeah, next stop, Dog Falls. Here we are. This is the path where you need to keep an eye out for. It is signposted, so you leave the main forestry track and now we kick a left and follow this track down here. Exciting. They'll be going in there, mind. Yeah. Caw-caw! No one there. Right, here we are, just under 6 miles, arriving at the Dog Falls car park. So we're going to take this opportunity to stop, have a good break and have something to eat. So, Dog Falls, absolutely stunning. So this is definitely our spot for a good old break and a bite to eat. Break time, what you want? Pasta bolognese?
Pasta bolognese,
oh,
yeah.
Snap. Same meals, same tents. At least you got a different stove now.
Same trail.
Same trail.
Oh,
oh, sun's out now, look. Here we are. Pasta bolognese, absolutely delicious. Delicious, look. That's us leaving Dog Falls now after a good 45-minute break. We've used the toilets and we've collected some water, so we're all fully watered up. So we leave the Dog Falls car park now. And we cross the bridge over the River Affric and then follow that for a while until we eventually meet Loch Beinn. So nice break there, but it's now time to get back on the trail. What do you say, pal?
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. So just like we did last year at the Bridge of Orkney, we troughed ourselves and drank, not alcohol though this time, and straight into an incline.
Something about bridges.
I know. So yeah, once you cross that bridge at Dog Falls, it's a gradual up for a bit.
For a bit.
So try not to take on too much food. Otherwise you'll be carrying it up this hill. A nice wee bench there with a great view. We're thinking this is the very famous viewpoint that everybody shows on their videos, so we're going to just branch off the main track and head on up. I'm sure you'll agree those views are pretty epic. Hopefully the pictures have come out well. But yeah, that's where we're heading. So you can see in the foreground Loch Beinn, which is where we're camping somewhere at the end of for today. So we've been blessed with the weather again, because it wasn't meant to be as good as it has been, so fingers crossed that remains. Yeah, back on the forestry track, hopefully more views of the loch to come. So there's Loch Beinn through the trees, and we're losing quite a bit of height now, as we just commented. So it's noticeable as well, you can feel yourself speeding up. But we don't want to get to camp too quick. It's, what time is it now? 1 o'clock, just after. So we don't want to get pitched up, and we've got about 5-6 miles left. So making good progress. So there we go, we had a nice 15-20 minute break there, just with that fantastic view of one of the islands on Loch Beinn, with a mountain called Mheadhoin at the top, which is just under 700 metres. Yeah, so quiet, just the birds, a bit of water lapping on the shore, and me and this Egypt chatting shit. Waffling bollocks. So back on the track now, let's go. This tree, this natural archway across the path, how's that got like that? Fantastic. Nature, eh? Just look at that. That's a big boy, big Munro over 1100 metres. Not quite sure which one it is. I'm sure Stephen out of Ayrshire will probably know. I'm sure he'll tell me in the comments. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I just stopped there to take some photographs and let Mossy get on ahead. Whilst it's great doing these trails with people, camaraderie and keep each other going, it is nice sometimes to just part company for 10-15 minutes just to let people have their own thoughts and think about loved ones back home and those that are sadly no longer with us. So yeah, it's nice, as I say, it's nice to walk with people, but sometimes you've just got to part ways for a bit and have your own little walk for 15 minutes. Don't know what anybody else thinks, but anyway, we're about 2 miles from where we're looking to pitch the tent, so we're going well. We've got plenty of time. It's only 2:30 I think, so loads of time, plenty of time when we get there to make sure we're happy with where we're going to pitch the tent. So there's Loch Beinn still with us on our right hand side, and it won't be long before we're at the end of a pitching camp, so I'll bring you back nearer the time. Pointing the trail, Affric Kintail Way, that way. That's the way we're going in the morning, but we're just coming off the trail slightly, ever so slightly, down into the car park. There's a picnic area, and that's where we're going to find a place to pitch the tents for the night. So yeah, I'll bring you back when we get to where we're pitching the tent. I'll show you the tent all pitched. I won't show you the rapids as we're crossing this bridge. I'll show you them in the morning on the next video. So let's get this camping area and let's get that tent pitched up for the night. Right, well, excuse the hair. It's not the best pitch in the world, but we're up. So there's Mossy's. He got the best spot. I'm over here. Not too bad. On a bit of a slope inside, but if I sleep down at this end it won't be too bad. So yeah, so that's us for the evening. I think it's about, time is it now, about 5 o'clock?
5:15.
5:15. So we'll get all the stuff now now the tent's up, we'll get all the stuff inside, and then I'll bring you back for a bit of map time to show you where we've been today. So that's our view, and then in the morning it's straight over that bridge and back onto the trail. So I'll bring you back for map time very soon. Right, welcome back. So map time, so here we go. So we left Cannich campsite about 9 AM, it's just after 9 AM this morning, and we walked back up to the village and then across the main road and then onto this steep minor road, steep pull up before leaving the track, and then it got steep again up that forestry track. We just turned off. There was that ruin that we saw with a great vantage point down to Cannich, and then carried on a good path, just meandered along, really, a forestry path, a few ups and downs, nothing major, until eventually we took the little zigzag path down to the car park area at Dog Falls, which was we got there about 11, just after 11:30. That was 5.9 mile in, and we had a good stop there, probably 45 minutes before leaving Dog Falls over the bridge, and then it was another steep pull up the forestry track before it levelled out, and here was about where we had the viewpoint, that wonderful vantage point looking down the loch towards the big high mountains in the distance. Back on the trail, along, and that's where we took our next break, opposite the island. Probably had about 20 minutes there, 15-20 minutes, and then back on this long forestry track all the way along Loch Beinn, all the way along, carrying on before reaching the end of the loch and arriving at the car park here at about 4:30. 3.9 mile. There's no camping up in the car park area, so we're down by the bridge, as you've seen, just there, and then in the morning it's over the bridge back onto the trail. So there we go, 13.9 mile, 6.5 hours, and we'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early for day 3 on the Affric Kintail Way.